Hello everyone, Boyces here, and today I will present you the 12 new best comps that you should be playing when set 6.5 goes live. Let's do this. So, there is one comp that just dominated PB overall. There's two different versions of it. They are both going almost every time top 4 or first. And it is Innovators. It's just the fact that Echo is scrap now is actually so broken. The idea of the comp is the same, you just don't have Janna anymore. But you're gonna have Scrap, you're gonna have Seraphine carry with Trojan Morello +1. I prefer Rabadons because it gives immediate AP. But Archangel is fine. And then you just put everything Dinky on a Singe first, then on a Jace. And to just basically cap the board, you just put a random TK on there. Very, very strong. Of course, if you get the Innovator emblem, you go for 7 Innovators instead. And you can Innovator the TK, or you can go maybe with Scholar, with Silco. If you do get to the Scholar route, you need to have the Silco buff on a dragon. It is actually beyond disgustingly broken. The dragon will cast super fast. The Seraphine cast will basically kill everything on the spot for you. So yeah, this comp is S tier, and even if he got nerfed on the last patch of AB, it's still going to be S tier. Like, yes, the Bear, Iron Dragon, and Seraphine got nerfed, but the numbers are still high up there. Oriana is actually gonna be doing more shielding now, so yeah, this comp overall is just very, very strong if you get the right opponent for it. You go to level 8 on 4-5, you roll for those units, enjoy your LP. And then there is this version of it where you reroll actually. And you're going to be rerolling Ezreal, Singe, Kami, and Zilean if you can. Usually the unit is not very contested anyways, so why not? And you're gonna basically rerolling on 5, right? Because it's 1 cost. And it's going to be Ezreal carry. You can put the tanky adepts on Kami as well, depending on which one the 3-star first. But the main idea is 5 Innovators, 4 Clockwork. With Ezreal, with these 2 items that are best in slot, by the way, it's going to be dealing a ton of damage. He's going to stack attack speed with his ult. It's going to be fantastic. You really need Last Whisper, in my opinion, just because there is going to be a lot of bodyguard composition with Leona and Braum. Which, by the way, you're going to need Static and Ionic Spark for the AP tree. But that's another discussion. This comp, you reroll at level 5, you go to level 8, fit in 5 Innovators for Clockwork. It is very, very strong. I've seen it goes first in the Forge and Fire tournament many times on the 2 days, actually. Yeah, again, another Innovator comp, S tier, if you do hit, especially very early, very strong. Draven, and Draven with clean synergies. Like, how beautiful is this? You're going to see the Leona, Morgana, Syndra, Zara combo in a lot of combos just because it fits basically everything. Syndicate, Bodyguard, Scholars, and Enchanters. It's very strong. But yeah, in my opinion, this is the ideal comp for Draven at level 8. It is not too expensive, there is no legendary, so that's a good thing. You don't need Last Whisper for Draven just because, first of all, you don't play Draven without VIP. That's just the way it is. If you don't have VIP Draven, you just don't play Draven. So you're gonna have to stack attack speed, which is what the Rage Blade is for, and then it's just AD, so IE, because you're gonna trade the armor, and BT for sustain if you don't have Celestial Bracing or Healing Augment. Otherwise you can go for Death Blade or something else. But overall, yeah, this comp is well rounded, there is everything that you need in this. AP damage, AD damage, solid frontline, a bunch of CC, a bunch of utility, and yeah, very strong comp. I would put it probably at the bottom of S tier. The problem with this is that you depend on VIP Draven, and if you do not find it, then you're going to be in trouble. But this comp overall is actually very strong. Another clean synergy comp. It is the same with Jhin and Zeri double carry. Jhin is still very strong in this set. It's still going to be ton of damage. This time we're gonna double carry with Zeri, which is going to be MF earlier before the Zeri as the other sniper. And the idea is basically the same. You just have a solid front line that would just stall enough until a Jhin can basically kill everything for you. I think KLM's on the Braum over the Leona. Jhin best in start didn't change. For Zeri, I really think that's actually Salix is best in start, just because he can shred the armor. The Hubris is gonna do ton of damage. After that, it's True Gauntlet plus 1, Rabadon, GS, whatever. And this comp is actually super strong. Once you have everything 2-star, of course having 0 2-star is the capped version of this, but yeah, ton of CC, ton of damage, very good comp. Trinda, Warwick reroll. So yes, you have to reroll this, okay? That's the only way you can actually win with this comp, and it is not only Tryndamere that you're going to be rerolling for. I've seen this mistake plenty of times. You need to reroll Tryndamere, Zac, Warwick, and Quinn. Those are the units. I would still go for level 7 because that's where you can fit a 5 chem tech for challengers. But you need to have those units 3 stars if you want to go for first. Okay, otherwise you can go for top 4 and it's totally fine. But if you are going for the win, this is it. So there is of course a debate on what's best in start Tryndamere with the last item. Eyeless Whisper is pretty straightforward. And it's really depending on your argument and what you're facing, because sometimes healing will be better than QSS. So BT or QSS will be the last item for Tryndamere. Both are like doing really fine. It just depends wherever you hit, honestly. But yeah, this is the comp. You can maybe cap it later with having a Victor here instead, since you're gonna have enough front line. You can have a Silco for Scholar or TK for Bruiser, and that is going to be it. Pretty straightforward, pretty strong. I would put it at A tier, but you need to reroll those units. Sivir, Aurelia, duo carry. So for this comp, I think... So this is just one version. There's so many different versions of it. So you can go 4 Striker, you can go 4 Scrap. There's too many variations of it. I would just call it basically Sivir, Aurelia, Flex. You can even go X-Tech if you really wanted to. So it's... Yeah, this is just one example of the comp that I think is really strong just because it has a very strong front line. You can see the best in start of both carries here. I do believe that for the area you need the QSS more than the BT, just because you want her to reset as soon as possible, and of course the Eyeless Whisper standard. For the Sivir, I would actually maybe prefer the Giant Slayer over the BT, but the idea is the same, right? They're both gonna have a bunch of AD, Sivir is gonna have a bunch of attack speed in the back, and you slowly kill everything while your bodyguards and enchanters are slowly stalling. That's the main idea. Yeah, this is just one example. I can show you more in a following guide regarding this comp specifically. But yeah, you should definitely be playing this. Another example of this comp is Social Art Aurelia. So for this case, you need to have a good X for Aurelia, and therefore it needs to be in the first 2 rows. I do not recommend playing this comp if you have the social lytics in the back. But in that case, you can have more damage, you can have more mana, aka more resets, and more healing as well from the free social buff, which I think is, yeah, 33%, which is huge. And then it's just a matter of basically lasting long enough, which is why you have a 4 scrap, a bunch of shield, double healing in the back, Jinx to have basically the Morello player of the comp. Yeah, very, very strong socialite area. Okay, so for early, I'm actually not sure about this. This will need maybe more playtesting, but I do believe that this version of the comp is the best for me. That's the one I've had the most success with. And just because it has pretty much everything, the only thing that I'm scared every time is that you only have 2 units frontline. And you don't usually go for those 3 stars. Maybe you should. All you want on a Sunny's comp is Ari to cast as fast as possible, and the Silco Victor combo to kill everything that the Ari didn't kill. That's the main idea. So of course, if you can have a Shojin here, that would be fantastic. And with 4 Arcanists plus the damage from the Silco, you should be able to kill everything with these 3 units. Yeah, that's just my idea comp. You can go 5 Saniket as well, I've seen it. You can go 6 Arcanists. That one I didn't see too much. But yeah, this is the comp. It's pretty good. I would just put it in the middle, bottom of A tier. Just because Aerie is not that good. What's really carrying this comp, in my opinion, is actually the Silco Victor combo. Another clean synergy composition, and it is going to be Ash Reroll. Very, very, very strong early game. I don't know if it is the strongest early game you can have, but oh my god, it is insane. If you can have a Rage Blade plus Last Whisper or any sword item, to be honest, you are going to win straight the entire stage 2, most of the stage 3 if you have the upgrades. And the idea is you go level 6, you have Sorrow for Ash, Zara, and possibly it would be better if you get also Darius and start getting the Morganas. And then you go level 8 to fill in the Silco, and you try to go for Morgana 3 as well. And that's basically it. And there is an argument that once you do get into the late game, you can sell the Ash free to put the items on Gen 2, not Gen 1. I don't know. I need to test it more, just because this is a 2 cost and Nerod is not really doing that much in the late game. I would rather have those items on Jin later. Remains to be tested, but this comp is a very, very good top 4 comp, just because you're going to be insanely strong in the mid game. Yeah, that's basically it. Mutants, yeah, I mean, we have to talk about it, right? It's just this is the comp you play basically when you get Shogath on stage 1 and some tanky items. It's very strong. The strongest variation is with Manaless, Erdewood, or Execute. Those are the top 3, I think, best variation from Mutant that you can play for this comp. This comp, it's always the same idea. You reroll for Mazar, Shogath. If you want, you can also reroll for Sandra if you get a lot of her. That's totally good. Alistar for Colossus and Kha'Zix for the last mutant. I can become Kasa if you have AP items later. That's also fine. But yeah, this is basically the main comp that's capped in a way. Maybe you can put TK and stuff like Sai later, but yeah, that's the main idea. Manana's definitely the strongest variation of the mutant. Those items on the Shogath, as long as you have Gunblade on the Mazara 3, You can put more AP items, of course, but you're going to be good. Yodels. So yeah, this is the new Yodel comp. You go or 6 Yodels 3-star, you're gonna get Vega at 1 point, which will go instead of the Lucian if you get him to 2-star. And that's basically the main idea. Main tank is still Vax. Basically Gnar is going to be a mix of tank and damage in the same way. So if you don't get basically any AD items will go on him. So for example, if you get a BT, that will go on him, right? I do believe that you need to prioritize the Vex items and the Corgi items because those are the 2 main carries, but any leftover should go on the Gnar. Because if you do look at 3-star, he's actually going to be dealing a good amount of damage to multiple units every time he holds. There is actually also a funny build that you can do where you put blue buff on him. He's gonna cast a lot and dealing a lot of damage. I just want him to tank a little more because that's what this this comp needs, is to have a good front line. So if you want him to cast more, maybe put a Frozen Heart or something, but still having some AD would be great here. Still, it's good if you do get it going, especially if you get the augment with that gives Yodels plus an item. It is very, very strong. If you do get the opener for it, go for it. Reward Debonaires. Pretty straightforward. Bodyguard frontline with Swain, and you basically reroll Brand, Syndra, Talon, and Swain at level 5-6. And then you just fill in with bodyguards and scholars. Before that is going to be Gassaden and Paupier Dyers or something like that. And 3 Debonaires. And that's basically it. Those items on a Brand, really tanky Swain or Leona, more mana items on the Syndra, more AP AD items on the Talon. And you're basically set. And that is going to be it, guys, for this video. I know I talked for about 20 minutes, but these are all the comps that you should be aiming to play on day 1 of set 6 on 5. If you do have any questions, please let me know down in the comments or on my Discord. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.